Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. I've got a super exciting unboxing of possibly the greatest puzzle ever made. We shall see. However, it is very close to the end of 2022, and we've had a couple amazing releases from some other companies. This is a special one coming out right now, so let's take a look. Here it is, the MSCube. This has everything that has really been done in any puzzle in the past, plus some. Really nice unboxing experience already, but you can see there's a lot going on here. So first, let's just take out some of this stuff. We've got a card with a number 2 cards. We've got our adjustment instructions and the packet. Let's look at this real quick so we see what we can do. We have the screwdriver, DIY magnets for the ring ×6, tensioning adjustment, the replacement axis sleeve. So no more stripped cores. If anything bad happens, you just replace it. DIY magnets, 48, cube stand, collecting cards, manual. So, edge pieces. Here's something new that I don't think I've ever seen any puzzle do before. This has adjustable torpedoes. So if you don't know, torpedoes are that things at the very bottom of edges that kind of lock the edge underneath the corner. They were called torpedoes because originally they looked like torpedoes from Diane, Guhong, and Zanchi. And then they've adjusted shape, changed them a bit, but pretty much they were essential to not have a cube pop. Well, there's been more adjustments in pieces, and we don't always need them. Found pieces sometimes don't pop, even if they don't have this or it's really, really small. So you can have a little more flexibility or more stability just by adjusting that. That's the first I've ever seen of that. So you can use a screwdriver to adjust it. We have the tensioning. Rotate the circle clockwise to adjust the tension to 5 different levels.
2 default magnet layouts. The factory version is 8 level status. So weak repel or weak attract.
Attract with no magnet positioning. Repel with no magnet positioning. Attract no... There's so much. I'm not going to go through every single setting right now. That's going to be insanity. Oh, and it looks like it's okay. Here also the function finger trick practice. So I guess you can hold it with that device. Okay. Well, let's just get into this. There's so much going on here. Is there more underneath? No, I can just pull this up. Let's leave this back in here. Okay, let's just check out the cube as it is. No changing, no adjustment. We've got that stand. The stand actually looked like, it says finger trick practice, but it sounded like you could use it to break in the puzzle. Something that they used in the GTS version 1. Okay, so this is primary plastic that also comes in black plastic, and this is available right now at SpeedCube Shop. You can get it, use discount code SCR. Primary plastic and black plastic. So it feels very light. I've got my scale right here. Let's weigh it right now instead of just thinking about what it might be. 73.8. So fairly light, not lighter than some of the ultra light puzzles. And as far as size, I have a 56mm 4x4. Let's see what this compares to it. It's very, very similar, if not the exact same. It might be 0.5 millimeter smaller, so maybe 55.5. In the hands, it feels a lot like kind of a... I would almost want to say it feels like the plastic that you would get on, and I mean this in a positive way, the Meilong. I want to preface that first because some people might be like, oh, the Meilong, that's bad. No. Reminds me of that because it's very light and swooshy. It has a matte feel without being too slick. So the GAN 13 and GAN 12 feel very hollow and very almost loud, the plastic itself. This has a much more dull plastic sound to it, but it's not as smooth as something like the Tornado. So it's very light. It could definitely if this was like a blind test, be felt as like a budget puzzle, but definitely performs already, I can tell, not budget. My camera's a little far away. I'm going to scooch forward. Oh, already lost track of that piece. Okay. I really like it. Let's take this apart and figure out what's going on. Just the basics. So right now the torpedo is not engaged. So I can take a screwdriver. We have down here a bunch of magnets, and the screwdriver. And you just pull it out and turn it. That's cool. Let's do that to all of them. Let's just feel what it feels different with that, because this is the first puzzle to do that. So I think before I do anything, before we add 48 more magnets, let's just add the torpedoes and see what that is like. Here's what the core looks like. Really cool looking. I've always been a big fan of setting up my own puzzles. Really just adjusting things and seeing what can come about it. I really enjoyed stickering my own puzzles. Now, I don't use stickered puzzles anymore. The moment stickless was available, I think I switched like immediately. I did go back to stickered for a little bit while I was adjusting. And also before other puzzles were stickless, when you still had stickered 6x6 and stuff like that, because then I could have them all with the exact same sticker shades. Now, since they have stickless for those, it's about the same. Sorry about the look of my thumb right there. I was given a scratch-off ticket, a lottery ticket. Didn't win anything. But I couldn't find a quarter, and I used that. And I've been washing my hands, but it's just not coming off. So maybe it's permanently like that. Okay, I think that's it. Nope, one more edge. Okay, let's now put this back together and see what this feels like with just that torpedo change. Yeah, so so there's magnets down here too. I guess before I... How do you adjust it? Does it just stay like that? Yeah, because that... So there's magnets here and here. And magnets at the feet. So there's two positions where there's magnets already. So already in this, there's 48 magnets in the edge and corners. And 3, 8, 16, 24, another 48 at the feet. So there's 96 magnets currently in the puzzle, and you can add more. Once I put this together, I'll take some caps off and then see what that looks like under the hood. Now, if you're looking for a puzzle, it's a little late to get it ready for Christmas. I'll probably have this video out before Christmas, but it's a little late for that. However, if you, let's say, get a gift card or something to a place like MSCube shop, this would be a great one to get someone. This is perfect for someone who likes to mess around with their puzzles, take them apart, put them back together, adjust them, make them their own. I would get some lubricant as well with it. This is definitely lubricated out of the box for sure. I can feel it. But if you're interested in any, I usually recommend first something middle of the road. So candy cane. If they don't have candy cane in stock, get Nebula. Nebula is something that's middle of the road, not super thick, not super thin. If you have a little bit room for some other stuff, get some Cosmos, great for slowing down the puzzle, and some Lunar, great for something really light that could speed it up as long as it's cleaned first. Okay. Already feels a little bit more like blocky. I might actually like it the other way. Like maybe no torpedoes, but looser. Or tighter, sorry. I meant to say that. Okay. Oh, there's something clicking. Okay. So, let's take a cap off. So there's magnets down there. Turn that clockwise to adjust the tension. Okay, that's the spring elasticity. So it dropped all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that dropped all the way down. It's a little difficult to see there. Okay, so 5 is the tightest. Let's make this all the tightest. Try that. Like that you can just adjust it by hand. It's a little difficult to see, but once I know what I'm doing, it clicks very nicely. Okay. It's on the tightest elasticity. Even more controllable. Then you can just adjust the actual tension, looks like. So what is that counterclockwise? Position adjustment. Ew, so this pink thing. Weak repel and weak attract. So, nope. There we go. What it looks like is that one setting, it forces the magnets together, and the other one it's set where it kind of pushes the edges to the next spot. Okay, so it looks like then you can add magnets to this blue thing, swap out the blue one for the pink one, and then you can add the magnets in here. Make sure you put north and south in the correct spot, like they are for that pink one. I'll have to look at all the different adjustment settings with it. There's no corner, there's no adjustment of magnets here or here. It's all in that centerpiece. And I guess when you're putting these in here, if you do, like you want to put north, south, like that, north, south, it's hard to say. Say toy boat 5 times fast, that's also really tricky. And if you put them in the wrong way, like south, north, then it's fine. You'll just realize it and adjust. But for right now, I'm gonna do some solves, do a little bit of an overview. As far as how it is, how it feels, it's very light turning. It has a ton of functionality, a ton of adjustments, but only get something like this for someone who is old enough to take care of very tiny magnets and not lose these. I could see a little kid have these, immediately lose them in the carpet in their room. So make sure there's that. It's not super fast out of the box. It's fast enough. But I could see someone using this who's a top solver and who likes a very light feeling, but is a little bit more muted sounding compared to something like the GAN. Not quite as much as a Tornado. Sort of an in-between. So while I do some solves, thank you very much for watching. Leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. I'm going to do more testing with this, and definitely in the new year, I'll have a comparison between this, the Tornado, and the GAN 13. Maybe some other ones that came out recently, like the RS3 2022 Super. So stay tuned, stay subscribed, be ready for that, as well as more content in 2023 that I'm very excited to make. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the future.